Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. It worked all the way through that time. I don't know what went on last night, but at least we're back up and running tonight. How is everybody? We've been getting some really cool things coming through from Gympie. I know a lot of you are there, and I know some of you are trying to watch the show and were worried about reception. So if you can't get it now, watch it later and you can make some comments and we'll still get them later on when we're not live, so it's okay. Tell me what you guys have been up to this week for music. I know we've got lots of new releases coming. There's lots of festivals on this weekend. It's getting to the point now where festivals are back and we're having to choose which one to go to because there's so many running, which is a dream come true considering the last couple of years. Well, we've got a new artist on tonight. We haven't had Jimbo with us before, so we're going to welcome him into the room and find out all about his music and his new single. Hello.
Hi, Danny. How's it going?
I'm good. It's lovely to have you. I was saying to Beck, I haven't actually got to meet you and talk to you, so it's really nice to finally do that.
Doing it all virtually? Yeah, no, it's good. Thanks.
I know virtually meet people. I think this is the new normal to how to meet people nowadays.
Yeah, it's certainly better than the other option of not being able to do it. But I think COVID sort of sped that up. But no, lovely to be here.
Thank you. Well, I was excited because I liked your song Atlas, and I really like the film clip. I don't know, it just when I watched that, I thought this is really nice, and so it's really good to talk to you about it. But as I said to you earlier, I know we have a bit of a tradition when we have an artist on for the first time. We want to hear about your upbringing and why you've gone into music and how old you were when you sort of started to go down that path of country and where you are now.
Yep, sure. I think as everyone's, mine is pretty unique. I'm from Tamworth originally, so I grew up, which is the home of country music. So it was all around growing up. But grew up on a farm, and then went to school and ended up going down to Sydney to study and work. So I was down there for quite a few years. But when I was younger, I did play the guitar, so it was sort of embedded in me at a young age. But yeah, went a completely different way. So I was studying and ended up working in the CBD in Sydney in management consulting.
Yeah, that's a big change from the farm to city.
Yeah, so there's a few changes there. Yeah, so went from farm to city, which is a massive change, and then I've just had recently this massive sort of kickback, reversion back to country at the start of the year. But it was probably in COVID when I started doing some writing, and we'd been sent home, so everyone knows the whole work from home model, but it can be pretty boring at times. So I was looking for something to keep the time moving in the downtime, so that consulting, like, it can be really, really busy, or it can be a bit slow. It just sort of ebbs and flows. So I went down and bought a guitar. So in the downtime, I'd have a strum and started doing a bit of writing. I did some classical sort of operatic singing when I was in Sydney as well. But that was, buying that guitar was probably the catalyst. So that was maybe a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, and then just started doing some writing, and then I was really enjoyed it, and sort of took me back to the old days, living in around Tamworth, and since then, so I wrote a few songs and started popping some up on Instagram, and I've never been all that social media heavy. I think I started it last year, and it was getting some good traction, so that gave me the confidence to sort of keep going with it. And I do so outside of music, I do some art, so work in the art world, to do my own artworks as well, and that started building up. So I was still working in the city. We got to the point where I had quite a bit of work sort of on the creative side that I could do and dive into if I wanted. So I thought, bugger it, I'd quit my job in the city, and that gave me flexibility to live where I wanted, and that wasn't in Sydney. So moved back out. So now I'm back out at Scone. So we, growing up, well, between Tamworth and Merriwa, and Scone's pretty close to Merriwa, so I've got a lot of friends that still live here and getting back into the community. But yeah, it's been a big couple of changes.
Huge few years for you. Yeah. And it's so funny how I hear so many stories of people that not of how you've done it, but they go away from the country and then something just brings them back, and they don't, until they get back there, they don't realize how much they missed it. And
I think so. It's a bit of a magnet there.
Yeah.
That it's hard to, like, the city's fine, and they're great aspects of the city. I had a good time when I was down there, but the ability to live outside and then just go down when you need to. And Scone's pretty good. It's only 3 hours or 3.5 hours. So,
really? Okay.
So you ever need to duck down there, you can. But yeah, just having that flexibility is great.
It just came up on the screen before I meant to click on it, but I forgot to tell you before. People can say hi, and if they've got questions, they can. So Paula's first in the room tonight, and she said to ask how you are.
I'm very well. Nice to connect.
Kaz said we're early, so I've tricked you tonight, Kaz, because we've got 2 shows. We've got one now, which is 7, and then one at 8, which is Alan Cameron as well. So stick around. And she said that she knows the area that you're in well. Have you met Kaz? Because Kaz knows everyone.
Okay. Yep. No, that's the first time.
Oh, lovely. Well, you'll definitely get to see her out and about. So you're saying growing up in Tamworth, did you go to the festival and things living there? Was it something that you just automatically all went to as a family? And
we did. Family wasn't particularly musical, but yeah, we certainly, growing up, went to Paul Kelly and John Williamson and sort of some of the more traditional country types. And it's hard to get away from. If you live there, it's 2-week block that often a lot of people, would actually get away if they're locals in that time.
Yeah.
But we certainly saw a lot. And then even since then, it's a great social couple of weeks. So in the last 5 or so years, I've been back probably 3 times.
Okay.
So no, it's a cool couple of weeks. The last year or two has been a bit disrupted, but looking forward to the normal one again next year, hopefully.
So you're going to hopefully head up there and do some shows.
I think so. That's the plan. Hopefully nothing wrecks that plan. I think COVID's settled down a bit, so it's looking good, promising.
Fingers crossed. I'm definitely going to come up. I've already booked my accommodation anyway. Kaz said that she's from Tamworth and that she's a bit older than you. Kaz writes reviews on all the Australian artists. She is just amazing, and she's a crosser. If you need to know something about the music, she is the person to ask. She just knows it. She's so natural at it.
Very good. The person to know.
She is, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, we're here to talk about your single Atlas and the video clip as well, which I have actually, before we go any further, when we finish here, head up to the top of the page. I've put the video clip in the comments, so you can click on it that way, but make sure you press the follow button while you're there, because it's easier to find if we have it in the comments. I find people like it better than on the screen. So tell us about this song. Is this one of the first songs that you wrote during this time?
It was, yeah. So I think it was the second song that I've ever written.
Wow, you've ever written?
Yeah. So that was going back to when I was living in the city, and it was COVID times really. So had a bit of downtime, but So I was living in the city, just working remotely, and that was the first one was a bit more sort of constructed, took a bit more work to get moving and to a stage where I liked it. But Atlas was the second one, which came very naturally and within a day or two.
Because honestly, listening to it, I would not have picked that. It was your second song that you ever really wrote. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's just one of those and clicked, and it was good in a way because it was just completely my story and experience, so that I didn't have to think too much about what to put in there. It just came out, and that was I think music's cool if you can tell a story and share your experiences, and that was a big sort of meaningful one for me. So it was pretty natural, and wrote it and didn't really play it in front of too many people for a while.
Wow.
But then I put a bit of a version up on Instagram. This might have been like late last year, and it was received pretty well. So I think I actually put a challenge up. So it was getting a bit of heat, and it might have been a few thousand views. And so if it gets to 10,000, we'll get it properly produced and do a full video clip from that sort of. So it got there. So probably half.
Had no choice.
But had to come good with a promise.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun. Yeah, the video was really cool to do. A collab with Southern Highlands based videographer Steph Hunter, who's a friend, and I think really proud of it. I think she did a fantastic job.
Did you go in with the ideas, or did she sort of come to you with some ideas after she listened to the song?
Both. I was probably, so I'd say we kind of co-directed it. I was quite firm on having the three scenes primarily. There's one in an office space, one in a car, and then one back at home. So it follows the lyrics quite closely. But it was a cool joint effort. I think we're pretty aligned in what we're trying to create. So there wasn't too much back and forth. Once we're set and had the sets lined up and ready to go, it pretty well.
It went and flowed. Because this is your second song you've ever wrote, and your first major release out into the world of music. Did that feel different to you? Were you nervous? Because it's such a personal way to start. You've gone quite personal quite quickly. It's just
it is. It's I guess I probably did think of the option of doing another one. I think most of the songs I've written are story based, and either my experiences or something that's close to me. I guess in a way this one is just so close to the bone that it was like, you as an artist, I think you're trying to paint a story and show who you are. Well, that 4 minutes or how long the song goes for is a pretty good summary of me and that time. So in a way, I think it was quite a neat introduction.
It is.
And it was, I guess, just from a personal perspective as well, something I wanted to do and get out there. And it's one of those ones that you don't. It's nice if people like it, and really cool if people seem to be resonating. But in the end, if you're proud of it, it doesn't matter. It's not. I didn't sort of create it thinking of like a commercial hit, but if one of if people like it, then that's fantastic.
Exactly. And I think if you're releasing, as I often say, if you're releasing music that you like and means something to you, people will pick up on that, and it will have more meaning because it feels real. You can tell that. I think it's much more easier to relate to.
I think everyone's got different stories, but it's pretty easy to tell if a song it might not connect because it's, it just doesn't relate to you, but quite a few songs don't connect because they don't feel sort of authentic as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So that sounds like that there's more music to come. It sounds like you haven't stopped writing at this one. Have you got more plans for release?
I do. So I think there'll definitely be more to come. I'll probably do. So I've got a few that I'd like to shape up that I've already written, and then possibly do some co-writing with Rod McCormack, who produced the song. So that would be cool, and probably on the cards in the next couple of months. Also got some performances coming up. So there will be more. Stay tuned. But yeah, this at the moment, it's kind of just a cool novel experience to have this roll out of the first song, and
and learning the industry too, what's the best path to take in it, I guess.
I think so.
Yeah.
What
have you done anything in this process that you change, or do you think it's just really worked well for you? Because you look so relaxed, and you just look so like you're enjoying it and just going for the ride.
Yeah, well, it's just like, I don't know, I think I said it before, but coming in with no expectations and just doing it for personal reasons just means that, anything's gravy, bonus. So it's cool. There's nothing to lose.
Have you heard it on the radio yet?
There's a whole lot. No, I haven't. Apparently it's out there, but I haven't heard it. So that'll be cool moment.
That would be very strange, I think.
Yeah. I guess the only thing looking back, there's plenty of admin stuff that the second time round would be so much easier.
There is. I always thought of it like this before the song comes to our ears. The amount of work behind it that you have to do, it's incredible, isn't it? You don't realize how hard that part is.
Yeah, especially like the first time. I've had a couple of good people that have helped me out, but it's one of those things. Like if you've done it 3 or 4 times, you knock it over pretty easily. But just when everything's new, you're sort of pinballing around and the trial and error. But no, it's worked well. I don't think there's much that I would have changed.
I don't think you should either, because I think this has worked well for you.
Yeah, cool. I think that's the other thing. Everyone's unique, so there's no point pandering too much to the specific taste or anything. You either do what you want to do and people like it, or they don't. But
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're happy, that's all that matters, and your family. Kaz said that she loves checking out different artists, and especially ones from her hometown. And Paula has said, she doesn't know your music, but she can't wait to check it out. So that's really exciting. New people hearing your music. And also Kaz said that you're in good hands with Rod, and absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
No, he's a weapon, Rod, isn't he? He's very talented.
So much experience. You can learn so much from him as well. Even people that have been in the industry as long, he has such a lot of a lot of knowledge there, which is really
it was a really cool experience working with him, actually, just having someone that's such an expert in their field.
Did you think about other people to work with, or was it just straight away you wanted to work with Rod?
Not really. I think Rod was just always going to be a good fit, and sort of connected through a third, sort of another connection that we shared, and just listening to some of his stuff, it's thought it'd be a pretty good area. And he also does, like, he's quite diverse with who he works with and the styles that he does. So I think that's a better way to go than someone to sort of pigeonhole in
that way.
So he was great. Very respectful that this was a bit of a unique project and not but then took the reins when he needed to as well. So awesome. He's good at balancing that.
He's and look, as you said, he's got such a large range of music, and And we all listen to music that he's been involved with because there's so much of it out there. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So you said you've got some shows, live shows. Can people come along to those? Are they sold out? Where can we get?
They can. So the next one is the Sydney Contemporary Art Fair. So I'll be heading back down to Sydney.
Yes.
Which is, again, a bit of a unique offering, but it's at Carriage Works, and it's a massive, like, 4-day event, predominantly art. But that anyway, so I'll be playing there on the opening night as a bit of a kickoff to it, and that will be the first time sort of I play post release.
Wow, that's a special, yeah.
So that's the next one, and then a little bit after that, it'll be a couple of local. Keen to do a couple of local gigs as well. Dates to be confirmed, but probably either here in Scone or Tamworth.
Well, we'll have to get you to send them through to us when you've got them confirmed, so we can pop them up on the page to let people know. That would be fantastic. And I really think I would love to be able to go to the Sydney one. That sounds like an incredible experience in itself. But how do you feel? Because if this is your first since release, before playing it, people hadn't heard the recorded version. And I'm a bit of a fan of hearing the recorded version and then hearing an acoustic version. I love that difference in a song. I love to hear how it was sort of how it originally probably sounded to you when you were building it. Is that exciting or nerve-wracking knowing that it's going to be different?
It's okay because I have played, admittedly, I played it the song like an acoustic version before at different gigs and events. And then we sort of got the produced version, and now I'll go back to playing acoustic, but probably slightly different. There's a few things I'll do differently, so it will be fresh, but it's a cool thing to be able to play something that you've created almost from scratch.
Huge.
But I think the way it seems to be resonating, so gives you.
You were saying earlier your family aren't overly musical. How have they been with you and music? I mean, I know they've obviously been supporting you in the art world for quite a while now, but musically, how have they been really enjoying it, or how has it been for them?
Yeah, no, they have. I think they're all doing different professions and very successful in their own fields. But no, they're very, very supportive and probably a little bit funny as well. It's quite out of the box to do something like this and go from the career I was in before. But they're all very, very supportive.
Lovely.
I think sort of tongue in cheek. Probably think it's a little bit humorous as well. But that's great.
Yeah, isn't it? We say it all the time, but music is quite a family, and it does take a lot of people behind you to be able to be successful because there's a lot of support. And even the tongue-in-cheek side of it keeps you grounded. They're supporting you in what you're doing, and
that's it. I agree. I think you definitely need, if you don't have a strong supporter base, it'd be very, very tough industry to even get started in.
Yes.
Because it's unless you've got just blind confidence, then you need to sort of draw that from somewhere, from someone.
Yeah. No, that's true. Absolutely. It has been so lovely talking to you. I hope that we can have you back again for your next single because it sounds like it won't be that far away.
Thanks, Danny. No, lovely to chat with you, and it's a fantastic service that you provide here. So
I get a bit excited when we have a new artist, especially if you like yourself, sort of the beginning of your chapter. And I think we all love to see people how they're evolving from song to song. So your stories sort of we're seeing it from the beginning, which is really great.
Yep. No, I'll have to keep you posted.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. I've got so many people there messaging, so thank you everybody for popping in and sending the messages. I know that you guys were surprised. We've got 2 on tonight. We've been doing 2 shows a day lately because we've got so many artists to fit in, which is really great. It's exciting because it just means there's new music coming. And Kaz said that you're so relaxed and to go, son. She's very excited.
Thanks, Kaz. Yeah. I look relaxed. I'm always that relaxed.
You just, well, if you're not relaxed, you're good at show. You're good at pretending, because you have been so easy to talk to. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will be back at 8 o'clock with Alan Cameron as well. And that'll be our last interview for the week. But keep an eye out, because we've got some people planted at Gympie and a few other places around Australia. So keep your eye out. There'll be some more videos over the weekend with a bit of luck. Thank you again for joining us. I hope you brave us again very soon.
Thanks, Danni. Thanks all.
All right. See you guys. We'll see you all very soon.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.